I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm ANDREESCU and Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laxon.
And I'm Francisco Cerundolo. You are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to the Game to Love tennis podcast. We are here today for the first match of the day at Berlin, the WTA 500 match between Bianca Andreescu and Karolina Pliskova. So we're about to get underway. Bianca Andreescu won the toss and elected to receive. So we have Karolina Pliskova serving. And it's a good first serve from Karolina Pliskova. It is as good as an ace and 15 love. So good morning to everybody watching. Please don't forget to whack the like button and to subscribe to the channel. Morning, Jean. Nice to see you. So the first serve was a fault from Karolina Pliskova, so it'll be a second serve. or Bianca Andreescu goes for the big return, but it's into the net, and it is 30-love. So this is the third meeting between these two players. They split the head-to-head, one apiece. Both matches happened back in 2019, so it's been a while since these two have played. And first serve is fault from Karolina Pliskova. And the second serve, it's a good second serve as well. And Andreescu does loop the return back in, so we are in play. It is a forehand from Karolina Pliskova, forehand down the line from Andreescu, backhand dig out from Karolina Pliskova is good. And Andreescu goes for the drop shot. It's a lovely drop shot. And Karolina Pliskova doesn't even run for it. And it is 30-15. So good morning to you all. Oh, hi, Kathy, about to walk out the door to work. Thank you for joining us as you could in the morning, and have a great day at work, and hope you can catch up with plenty of the matches. I'll be doing a few matches today, so we've got loads of matches going on in the 4 tournaments. So this is the first match of the day. I think this is the only match currently on. Play starts a bit later in all the other tournaments. So I'm rooting for BB today. Yeah, I'm not sure who I'm rooting for. I think I'm going to give Pliskova slightly the edge in who I'm rooting for. But again, it's always great to see Andreescu playing well and without injury. So we are at 40-15, a point for Karolina Pliskova to get on the board. And it's a great first serve. It's a beautiful first serve down the tee. Pliskova gets the first game on the board. It is 1-game-to-love. So Karolina Pliskova is on the board. Andreescu will now serve to get her campaign underway in this round of 16 match. So while we are at the change events, why don't you get your predictions in? Who do you think is going to take this one? We have a split head-to-head, 1-all. So it could go either way, this one. So we have Bianca Andreescu serving, and it's a good first serve. Return from Pliskova is into the net, 15-love. Pliskova, the slight favourite in the betting odds. Yeah, not surprised with that. Of course, Pliskova being the 4th seed here as well. But of course, Andreescu does have a Grand Slam and Pliskova does not. So it depends if Andreescu's playing your best. But yeah, I think I would give the slight edge to Pliskova, especially on grass. So first serve was out for Andreescu. It's a second serve. It's a good serve. Backhand return cross-court from Pliskova. Backhand down the line from Andreescu. Forehand cross-court to forehand cross-court. But Andreescu's forehand is long. And it is 15-all. Andreescu in 3. Be nice to see BB, but I'm awful at predicting. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at my predictions as well. I managed to predict the finals for the French Open this year, which is probably the first time I'd ever gotten a prediction completely right. So, yeah, my predictions are a bit terrible as well. So it is 30-15 to Bianca Andreescu. So, do you think Pliskova will regret not having a slam instead of number 1? Oh, what's more important to a player, a slam or number 1? I'd probably have to edge the slam, I think. I think she would probably take a Grand Slam title over world number 1. I still think she could do it, possibly. I think she's one of the best players that hasn't won a slam out there. But I think probably she would take a Grand Slam title over number 1. We are at 40-15 on the serve of Andreescu. And it's a good first serve, a backhand return from Pliskova. Oh, Andreescu goes for the drop shot. Pliskova is there, but Bianca Andreescu is there to cover the volley. And Pliskova passes Andreescu down the line. Nothing Andreescu can do about that. And it is 40-30. I think Pliskova would have a slight shot at Wimbledon, especially making the final there last year. And I think this Wimbledon is probably going to be one of the most open that there is. With her game quite well suited to grass, I think this is probably one. Wimbledon will be probably her best chance, if especially like you said, the draw opens up. Alexi, we've got a prediction there for Bianca in 3. So yeah, I'll catch you again later. Thank you for joining us. So we are at 40-30, and it's a great forehand from Bianca Andreescu. She is on the board. It is 1 game all.
Coming to the rescue. Ooh, Bianca Andreescu. Ooh, Bianca Andreescu.
So we are at 15-love on the serve of Karolina Pliskova. So we have a prediction here. If Pliskova serves big during the entire match, she's winning this. Yeah, we know that Pliskova's got that huge serve. So if she serves well, then yeah, you'd have to make her the favorite for this match. So we should be asking for a link to the stream. So we can't actually stream the match live here, but the match is available on Prime Video to watch. So it's 30-love on the serve of Pliskova. She is serving quite big, actually. Her serves are pretty good so far, although that first one was wide. But it's a brilliant second serve. Almost thought that was out, but she comes into the net for the serve and volley, and it goes into the net. So it was a great second serve, but couldn't follow through with it, and it is 30-15. Again, a huge first serve from Pliskova, and then the +1 goes to the backhand cross court, and Bianca Andreescu's shot goes long, so it is 40-15. So morning to everybody. If you are just joining us, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So the first serve is into the net for Pliskova. We are at second serve, 40-15. She's really going for these second serves. Again, it's a great serve. Bianca Andreescu gets a great length on the return of serve and then comes in to put the short ball away. So it's 40-30. Sabalenka versus Pliskova last year. The semi-final at Wimbledon was ace after ace. I really enjoyed that match, actually. Yeah, but it was a huge serving match. Trying to think what happened to Andreescu for the last couple of years. It's mostly her injuries. She's been plagued by injuries, and it's really, really hampered her progress. I think she'd be, ranked much higher with a lot more titles if these injuries hadn't plagued her. So she seems to be playing, fairly healthy at the moment. So hopefully things are looking up for her. But yeah, it's really unfortunate. So Pliskova does get that game on the board, and it is 2-1. So these two players have met twice before. They split the head-to-head, one apiece. They both matches played in 2019. So this is the first match of the day. Across all tournaments, we are here in Berlin for the WTA 500, and we have a great order of play across all 4 tournaments, really, this week. Today. So we have next up on this court, we have Coco Gauff playing versus Lee. We also have Sasnovich versus Petkovic, Saville versus Sakari, and Kasatkina versus Alexandrova. That's all happening today in Berlin. Also got a great lineup at Queens and in Halle. The likes of, we have Medvedev Goffin first up over in Halle. Also Kyrgios Tsitsipas, which will be a great match later. I'll be covering that one for you tonight as well if you'd like to join for that one. Over at Queens as well, we've got De Minaur versus Davidovich Fokina. That's one I would actually really like to watch. Draper, Rusevori, Van der Zandschulp, and Dimitrov, and Bublik versus Cilic. And also the match from last night to be finished, Shapovalov versus Paul as well. So we are now with Andreescu to serve at 1-2. First serve is long. They both seem to be going for very big first serves today. Yeah, the matches in Hala look like they could definitely be close. As well, there's McDonald, Auger-Aliassime, which is the last match on there. And I know McDonald's beaten Auger-Aliassime before, so I think that'll be a close one as well. Then you have Ugo Umber and Hubert Hurkacz could be a good one. Yeah, it's a very great lineup of matches. It's hard to call which way it's going to go. So it is love 15 on the Andreescu serve. Pliskova gets the first point on this game. So thanks everyone who's joining. If you do have to go off to work, thank you for joining as much as you can. Have a great day to everybody, and hope you can join us throughout the day for the matches that's going on. So we have it's a good return of serve from Karolina Pliskova, and she then gets a great length on the backhand follow-up. So it is love 30. So the scoreboard here is saying 15 all, but it is in fact love 30. It's changed now. So half chance here on the serve of Andreescu for Pliskova to try and get the first break in this first set. Again, a backhand return of serve from Pliskova, and the shot from Andreescu looked like it was long, but it's been called in. And we now have a slice from Pliskova, and Pliskova gets the forehand pass. Andreescu came into the net, but Pliskova managed to pass her with a forehand cross court, and it is love 40. So there are 3 break points for Karolina Pliskova early here in this first set. Sean saying it'd be great if Raducanu became the rival for Swiatek. I think that would be a very, very good rivalry. Raducanu, obviously, they played, I think it was Stuttgart on the indoor clay earlier this year, and Raducanu did get quite a few games off her. I mean, she didn't get bageled or breadsticked, which is what pretty much most of the players got. So I think it would be a very, very great rivalry if she can get those sort of injuries and under control and establish herself, as a full-time player on the tour. And I think that would be an excellent rivalry. I agree. So Andreescu saves another break point with an ace. And it is 30-40. So still another break point for Pliskova to look at. Will she go big here on the first serve? Yeah, it's a great first serve, and the backhand from Pliskova is into there, and she looks up in exasperation because she can't believe that 3 break points have just come and gone, and it is now deuce. So it's a good work from Andreescu, saving 3 break points here to get back to deuce. And it's a big first serve as well. And again, the backhand return goes into the net from Pliskova. So it is advantage Andreescu. If she can dig herself out of this hole, this would be quite impressive. From love 40 down, now has the advantage. So it's, again, a great first serve. Pliskova gets the backhand in play this time, and it's a forehand from Andreescu. Forehand cross-court from Pliskova. We're going forehand to forehand cross-court. But the forehand from Pliskova is long, and Andreescu does dig herself out of a big hole. From love 40 down, she takes the game, and it is 2 games all.
Coming to the rescue. Bianca Andreescu. Bianca Andreescu.
Yeah, there you go. You got the button. Definitely deserves a button. It's always impressive, I find, when a player can dig himself out of a love 40 hole. So we are on the serve of Karolina Pliskova, and now it's Pliskova who is in a bit of a bother on her serve. It's love 30. I do believe that was a forehand shank from Karolina Pliskova. So love 30 here. Chance for Andreescu possibly to get the break after having faced break points on her own serve. It's a backhand cross-court from Pliskova is good, though, and the shot is into the net from Andreescu, so it's 15-30. Both players seem to be going for their serves and their shots, hitting the ball quite hard. Again, a big first serve from Pliskova, and she goes back with the forehand cross court, and it's long. And now Andreescu has 2 break points to look at. It is 15-40, and momentum can change. And your prediction here, Andreescu in 2. Oh, and Andreescu comes into the net and goes for a put away. Had a chance, but she hits it long. And 1 break point to save from Pliskova. It is 30-40. Choosing one had those break points in the previous game and might come back to bite you in your next service game. You find that a lot after you get sort of a hangover with if a player faces has a lot of breakpoint chances and doesn't take them, they often find that they're under pressure in their next service game, and that is exactly what has happened. It's a great forehand down the line from Bianca Andreescu. She gives a huge roar. She's delighted she has got that first break after facing 3 on her own serve. Andreescu, she takes the break. It is 3-2, and I think that deserves another Andreescu button if I can find it. Ah, there she is. Andreescu with the break, 3-2.
Coming to the rescue. Ooh, Bianca Andreescu. Ooh, Bianca Andreescu.
So, after facing 3 break points on her own serve and saving them, Bianca Andreescu now has the break. So she will be serving at 3-2 in this round of 16 match, the first match of the day across all 4 tournaments. We are here in Berlin on the Steffi Graf Stadium. Jump pointing out 9 of the last 11 points of Bianca Andreescu. It's crazy how momentum can shift in a match. Oh, exactly. Sean saying the very thing. Tennis seems to show the power of momentum even in small parts of a match. It's crazy, and that's why I love this sport. So we are at time. Bianca Andreescu, she runs back to the baseline. She's feeling this. So she will be serving now at 3-2 to try and consolidate that break of serve. So here we are. First serve. Let's see if she goes big again. Both been serving very big. Oh, it's good return. And Bianca Andreescu manages to dig that out with her knees basically to the grass with that shot. And then it's a big backhand cross court. She comes into the net, Andreescu. But Pliskova managed to get the passing shot off. And it is love 15. Yeah, Andreescu trying to change up play a little bit there, coming into the net. But it was a great passing shot from Pliskova. Andreescu reached for it, but couldn't get a racket to it. So, love 15. And it is a serves into the net. There'll be a second serve. And the second serve is good. It's a big forehand return from Pliskova. A huge amount of power on that. And Andreescu hits that ball long. So it's love 30. So again, Pliskova with half a chance here on the serve of Andreescu to try and get the break back. Yeah, the power from Pliskova today. So love 30, Andreescu under a bit of pressure. Again, she goes huge for the serve, and it's well long, so it'll be a second serve. I don't know why so many people find Pliskova boring to watch. I love watching her in great form. I find that as well. I think a lot of people find Pliskova quite boring, and I think as well because her personality, she's quite sort of very calm and doesn't give you much. But I really like that about her. And you find in her on-court interviews as well, she is actually really quite funny. And I think when Pliskova's in great form, the power she's got, I agree. I think she's great to watch. And she now has 3 break points on the serve of Andreescu to try and get that break back. So again, another momentum shift. Love 40. Andreescu dug herself out of love 40 game on the last service game that she had. So, but Pliskova again with the passing shot. Andreescu goes for the serve and volley. Pliskova passes, and Pliskova gets the break straight back. So we're at 3 games all. It's a break to love as well. So Pliskova aborted ball toss there, so she'll go for it again. Big first serve, but it is long. It'll be a second serve. So if you haven't already, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for joining us this morning. I know a lot of you will be heading off to work, but if you can join us, that is great. I will be covering a couple of matches for you today. We've got so many matches to choose from. Hopefully I'll be doing maybe three matches. I'll be doing the Tsitsipas Kyrgios match again later, and possibly Sakari and Saville as well. But here we have the only match that's going on right now is this one between Karolina Pliskova, the 4th seed, and Bianca Andreescu. So it is 15 all. Capcom saying the Pliskova button is a bit too basic. I'll put in a suggestion to Ben to make the button. Yeah, it's quite short, isn't it? So yeah, I think we could. I'll ask Ben about that. I know Ben was on a plane yesterday. I'm not sure if he's back. And it's a forehand goes long from Andreescu, so it is 40-15. So Pliskova could be about to consolidate that break. Oh, she goes to the big serve, and again, it's just wide, I think. So she'll go for the second serve. And it's a huge second serve as well. She's not holding back on these. And the forehand from Andreescu goes long, and Pliskova does indeed consolidate the break. It is 4-3. Yeah, indeed. She's very hard to beat when she's playing at her best, Karolina Pliskova. And it's crazy because when she's on, like you said, she's incredible. She's been world #1 for a reason. She's a sight to behold when she's serving like this and hitting the ball as hard as she can. And then on the other side, you've got the Pliskova who gets double bageled by Iga Swiatek in the Rome final, where she just didn't show up at all. It's strange to see the difference with Pliskova, but of course, yeah, when she's on, she's brilliant. And yeah, I do think she should at least have one slam to her name. Hopefully she can still do it. Like you said earlier, possibly a chance at this year's Wimbledon. Unless, of course, she, draws Serena in the first round. Although I would still give her a chance against Serena because, Serena being out of the game for over a year. Serena taking that wild card as announced yesterday into Wimbledon. Also be playing doubles next week at Eastbourne with Ons Jabeur, which is a matchup I am very excited to see. Ons Jabeur winning her match yesterday against Karolina Muchova. So we will have Andreescu serving at 3-4. So we've traded breaks. Andreescu saved 3 break points on her serve, and then to break Pliskova, but Pliskova got the break back. And I think Pliskova hadn't realized that it's new balls, so she's just running to change her racket. I think is Pliskova the worst WTA #1, her or Safina? I'd completely forgotten about Safina. Yeah. No, I don't think she is. I think she's underperformed for her ability, to be honest. I do think she deserves to be world number one, but I think she should have some Grand Slams to her name. But yeah, I'd say Safina's I'd say put her above Safina, I think. So it's love 15. Pliskova gets the first point on the Andreescu serve, and it's now a second serve as well. And it's a great forehand cross court from Andreescu. Pliskova reaches for it, but even with her long limbs, she can't get the reach. So it is 15 all. Yes, Jankovic. Yeah, look, Jankovic only has one Grand Slam final. Pliskova has two. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, like I did quite like watching Jelena Jankovic back in the day, but I agree. I think Pliskova's, like you said, Pliskova's got a lot more titles, and she's, she's made more finals, more titles. I think she's been, I don't want to say more consistent because obviously it's, Pliskova, she has these big dips, but she has, more consistently been at the top, I think. So it is 30-15 on the Andreescu serve. Goes for the big first serve down the tee, but it is wide, so it'll be a second serve. So it's a good serve from Andreescu, backhand return from Pliskova, and we are now backhand to backhand. Oh, it's a great backhand length from Pliskova, and Pliskova comes into the net. Andreescu with the lob, but Pliskova puts it away with the overhead, and it is 30 all. I'm saying that both Jankovic and Pliskova with 16 titles. That surprises me. I hadn't realized that Jankovic had won quite that many. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. I also loved to watch Jankovic. Jankovic is probably one of my earliest memories of WTA. Sort of, I can remember Mauresmo at Wimbledon, and then also Jankovic playing. So, yeah, she is very dramatic. A lot of aggro, I think, with Jankovic. But yeah, I'm actually quite surprised that they both have the same number of titles. So we have a nice backhand put away from Andreescu there, and it is 40-30. We have a point for the game. First serve is long. I feel like the power in the women's game has stepped up. Some of these modern rackets seem to be so powerful. Same on the men's side. Yeah, I think we are seeing, definitely more powerful games. I mean, previously, I know it was the sort of serve and volley era and all that, but players are just hitting the ball harder and harder with the rackets. And I think that it's more dominating play now. You see less of the sort of the variation and well, it's coming back, with players like Anjabeur with the soft touch and the drop shots and the net play. But the power definitely in the women's game has just been going up and up and up. And I think the technology, with the rackets is to help, is probably the biggest reason for that. But I personally, I do love to see players like Pliskova who, hit the ball really, really hard. But I love to see that sort of soft touch and variation at the net. So it's an advantage to Andreescu, and first serve hits the top of the net, so it goes long. And it's a good second serve. Pliskova goes to the big backhand return down the line, but it's just wide. And Andreescu gets the game, so it is 4 games all, gets herself out of a little bit of trouble there. So we have both Pliskova and Jankovic finalists of one master. Amelie Mauresmo winning Wimbledon in 2006, highlight of the tennis viewing career. That's probably one of my earliest tennis memories, is Amelie Mauresmo at Wimbledon. So yeah, that was a highlight for me as well. Obviously a bit of controversy with Amelie Mauresmo's tournament directing at the French Open. She did do a good job, but with the the night sessions and the with the ratio of women's matches and the night sessions, and then the comments that she made about men's tennis being more appealing. It's a bit of controversy, but I think she's doing all right. And yeah, that Wimbledon win was brilliant. So we are Pliskova serving, and she was down love 15, but we just had a fairly routine ball from Andreescu into the net, and it is 15 all. First serve again hits the net, so it goes wide, and it'll be a second serve. She's still going for big serves here. And goes for the big second serve again, but this time it is long, and it is 15-30. So possibly half a chance here for Andreescu. They're both getting, a decent amount of chances on the other serve to try to break. Big first serve from Pliskova, and then follows it up with a forehand. A lovely width on that forehand, and Andreescu can't get to it. It is 30 all. So Pliskova serving let first serve. So Pliskova, very good on this title. She's one of 5 players who are currently active to win 3 or more grass court titles. So she does love this surface. And it's an ace from Pliskova to set up a game point. It's 40-30. Will she go for another? Yeah, big serve here, but it's a good return from Andreescu, and the backhand from Pliskova goes long. So we are at deuce. So a little bit of pressure now on the serve of Karolina Pliskova. She wasn't happy with that. She puts her head in her hands, but it is a big first serve there, and it is advantage to Pliskova. Saying, to be fair, the WTA was more fascinating when we still have players with one-handed backhands. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a one-handed backhand. I love a one-handed backhand. Yeah, I've mentioned before I was a squash player before I started playing tennis, so I can basically not hit a double-handed backhand. It does not look pretty. So yeah, one-handed backhand. I love it. Love to see it. So Pliskova gets the hold. It is 5-4. So chances for both on each serve. We've had an exchange of breaks, and we are on serve now at 5-4. And I can't find the Pliskova button. It seems to have eluded me. When I find it, I will play it for you. Here we go. Pliskova. She gets the game, saves herself from a bit of trouble. 5-4. So, which way is this first set going to go? Pliskova was the first to get a look in on the serve of Andreescu. She had Andreescu at love 40, but Andreescu saved that and eventually then broke in the next game. Pliskova got the break straight back, so we are on serve at 5-4. Yeah, it's very confusing. Well, now I love the fact that they've integrated the WTA and ATP, with the 250, 500, and 1000, because I think the WTA previously, the format was very confusing with the Premier 5 and the Premier Mandatory and all that. So I think it's nice now that there's sort of some unity there. I'm saying we have Penko and Putintseva. It's fascinating now. I don't know if any of you have seen Ostapenko's latest on-court interview after her match against Rebecca Marino, I think it was. yesterday, and Ostapenko basically slamming her opponent, saying she didn't play well. I didn't play well. I was much better. When it mattered, and yeah, it's been doing the rounds on Twitter. It's quite funny. She's not afraid to say what she thinks, Ostapenko. Neither is Putintseva, to be fair. Oh, we have a lovely shot from Pliskova. So Andreescu would come into the net with the short ball, but Pliskova runs up to it, gets it with the double-handed backhand. And it is love 15 for Karolina Pliskova on the serve of Andreescu. Maybe tie-break time, possibly. Although Pliskova would love to get this first set done and dusted here on the serve of Andreescu. She does have the first point of the game, so again, Andreescu going for the huge first serve, but it's just wide, so second serve. Did you see the dress she was wearing? Ostapenko's outfits lately have been hilarious. She had the one at the French Open at Roland Garros, the black and pink one, which was just brilliant in a terrible way. And then lately she's wearing a sort of purple and green number that I've seen memes of her next to Barney the dinosaur, which were pretty funny. Yeah, I know it's not all about what they're wearing, but Ostapenko's outfits have been a source of laughter these past few tournaments, definitely. Oh, and again, Pliskova with the lovely passing shot. Andreescu comes into the net with the drop shot, and Pliskova is there. She has got some wheels on her when she does decide to run for a ball. So it is 15-30. 2 points from the set now. Yeah, couldn't agree more there. Ostapenko Putintseva, fascinating in the negative meaning of the word. Yeah, I they're entertaining and everything, but I never find myself rooting for them. Unfortunately, I think it's sort of on the bad side. It's funny to watch, but it is in the bad sense of the word. So it is 30 all. Still a half chance here for Pliskova to try and get this set done here on the serve of Andreescu. And it's an aborted ball toss there from Andreescu. She'll go again. And it's a good first serve. Forehand return from Pliskova. And we're now forehand to forehand cross court. Oh, and Andreescu goes to the forehand down the line this time, but it's into the net. And suddenly Pliskova has a set point on the serve of Andreescu. It is 30-40. So the crowd here getting into this, they're clapping, trying to get are they maybe trying to get Andreescu to juice so that they can see more tennis, maybe get this first set to a tiebreak. But it's a forehand return of serve from Pliskova. It's a good length on the backhand from Andreescu. We're now forehand to forehand cross court. Oh, and Andreescu goes to the forehand down the line. It is into the net, and that means that it is a break of serve. And of course, a break of serve at 4-5 means it is the set. Karolina Pliskova takes the first set, 6-4. So that first set, I think, could have really gone anyway. Few breaks of serve, but in the end, it is a few unforced errors from Andreescu in that last game, although Pliskova did put the pressure on. She's, hitting the ball extremely hard. And the first set in the bag for Karolina Pliskova. So while we are at the sit-down change of ends, I'm going to play just an ad for you for our new partnership with A-Peak Tennis. It is a tennis app, sort of a psychological aid for, if you're playing maybe somebody who's ranked above you and you need that sort of mental edge. It's a really good thing. You can get a 7-day free trial with it as well. So just take a look at this while we're at the change of ends and give it a download.
I'm the most guilty of playing freely during practice, but then going to pieces during the match and playing very passively. This new app by AP Tennis, it changed the game. One session and I was already hitting with more controlled aggression on the court.
If you spend 5 to 15 minutes of focused time utilizing AP Tennis, then over time you will expand your mental skills and start playing great during competition. AP Tennis is led by a legendary and world-renowned performance psychologist, Dr. Jim Layer, who helped 17 athletes become world number ones, including Novak Djokovic, Andre Agassi, Jim Courier, Monica Seles, and Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. At AP, their mission is to make mental training accessible and affordable. For less than $6 a month, billed annually, you can start winning more matches and enjoy the game in the process. Plus, this offer comes with an additional 7-day free trial. So if you are unhappy, you can cancel for free. AP Tennis is already used by so many top US college teams and top players. Tennis is full of fine margins. With AP Tennis, it does give you the competitive advantage.
AP Tennis. Take care of up there.
So we are back in play. We are at 15-all. Andreescu took the first point of this game. She actually managed to lob Karolina Pliskova, which is a hard thing to do with how tall Pliskova is. And then Pliskova got the next point with an ace. So we're at 15-all. Capricorn asking if Ostapenko, is she fit for a tennis player? But then Trump making a good point. She's obviously, she's a professional tennis player winning matches. She's definitely fit enough. And then, you've got the likes of Sakkari, who is probably the fittest player on the WTA tour. And again, she can't seem to be getting far into tournaments either. So fitness obviously does play a part in it, but there's, something else going on. Because if it was just fitness, Sakkari would be winning far more titles. So we're at 30-all. Possibly half chance here for Andreescu. Capricorn saying, when you beat Kaya Kanepi, you have an obligation to at least reach the final. Kaya Kanepi is that, like banana skin match, isn't it? For, anybody in a Grand Slam. Nobody wants to see Kanepi at a Grand Slam. I don't know how she manages to do it, but she's dangerous when you get to those majors. It's a rite of passage is beating Kanepi in a Grand Slam, I think. So we do have a break point for Andreescu, but it's a brilliant first serve down the tee from Karolina Pliskova to save that point, break point. So we're at deuce. Big serving from Pliskova in this match. Oh, it was a huge serve, but it's a let, been called a let, so she'll get it again. I'd be curious to see how fast that was. Again, big first serve, but it's a great return from Andreescu, and we're now forehand to forehand. Oh, Andreescu with a huge forehand. Pliskova tries to get the lob away, but it doesn't clear the net. We do have a break point to Andreescu at his advantage to the Canadian. So an early break chance here in the second set for Andreescu. But it's a big first serve from Pliskova. Andreescu gets the return in play and then goes with a backhand cross court, and it's a big backhand. Pliskova lobs it up, but Andreescu gets the drive volley put away, and it is a break of serve to start the second set for Bianca Andreescu. An ideal start for the Canadian after dropping that first set.
Coming to the rescue. Bianca Andreescu. Ooh, Bianca Andreescu.
So we have a break of serve for Andreescu. Let's see if she can consolidate that break. She is serving here at 1-love. And it's a good first serve, but Pliskova with a brilliant return. It's a forehand cross-court bullet of a shot, and it is love 15. It's a lovely return of serve off a good first serve as well. But nothing Andreescu could do about that. Pliskova, of course, with those long limbs, she can reach for those balls and get the good angles on them. First serve from Andreescu into the net, so it's a second serve to look at. So if you're just joining us, hi to everybody, good morning. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel and give us a follow on Twitter as well. I'm doing the tweets for Game to Love. Well, some of them. I was tweeting throughout Roland Garros, and I tweet all the results at the end of play as well. So if you want your latest news and updates, give us a follow. So it is love 30 on the serve of Andreescu. So after getting the break, she's now in a bit of trouble on her serve. And the first serve goes long as well. She's, again, both women going for big first serves. They are serving quite well. Oh, we have Game to Love in. Hi. Hi, everybody. So thanks for joining me this morning. We have got loads of matches on across the 4 tournaments today. I'll be covering a couple of matches for you. So if you'd like to join us later, I'll have the Kyrgios Tsitsipas match in Halle, possibly Sakari and Saville as well. So we've got 4 tournaments. We have Birmingham and, of course, Berlin on the women's side, and Halle and Queens on the men's. But it's a lovely little volley there from Andreescu, and it is 15-30. Good first serve from Andreescu, and the backhand return from Pliskova is out. So it's 30 all. So she's digging herself out of that little hole, the love 30 hole. See if she can consolidate that break of serve. Okay, the first serve from Andreescu, it's long. Again, going for a huge first serve. These two, this is the third meeting between them. They've split the head-to-head, one apiece, both played back in 2019. Oh, it's a huge roar from Andreescu there. The return of serve from Pliskova goes into the net, and Andreescu's shouts come on. She's trying to get herself fired up here, and it's 40-30, so she does have a point to consolidate the break. And the first serve aborts the ball toss, so she'll go again. First serve is into the net. It'll be a second serve. So we did have Pliskova taking the first set 6-4, but Bianca Andreescu here with the early break in the second set, and we'll look to consolidate. Oh, it's a big second serve. Pliskova manages to get the return, and we're now backhand to backhand. Andreescu here with a forehand cross court. Forehand dig out from Pliskova is good. It's a forehand cross court from Andreescu, and it's a forehand cross court on the run from Pliskova. But Andreescu hits the ball short there, and Pliskova can't get to it in time. And it is a consolidation for Bianca Andreescu. So she does consolidate the break. It is 2 games to love, and Pliskova will now serve. So it's a great bounce back from Andreescu after dropping that first set. She did have a break in the first set, but Pliskova got it back, and then she broke while Andreescu was serving to stay in the set. So we'll have Pliskova now serving at love 2. And first serve is into the net from Pliskova, so we'll be having a second serve. And it's a big second serve, but the return is good from, the return, I think it was a bit of a mishit from Andreescu, and the backhand from Pliskova goes out, and it is love 15. Momentum swings in this match are kind of crazy. It's, you're having breaks to love and then saving break points. Nobody can seem to take the momentum and run with it for an extended period of time. But yeah, it is a good match to watch so far. This matchup, pretty excited to see, Pliskova Andreescu. Yeah, Dream saying she's making Pliskova run. She is. She's coming into the net quite a bit, trying to get Pliskova going from side to side as well. Oh, it's a nice backhand from Pliskova, but Andreescu gets to it and now gets the backhand cross court. It's a backhand down the line from Pliskova is really good, but Andreescu digs it out, and then we have the forehand slice from Pliskova. Just goes wide, and she puts her hands on her hips because She can't believe that ball's gone wide. And it is 15-30. So again, another possibly half chance for Andreescu to get the double break here. So first serve from Pliskova. Oh, it's an ace. It's a great first serve out wide. And it is 30 all. It's always great to get those free points from an ace when you need them. And it's another huge first serve. Andreescu manages to dig it out. Oh, Pliskova comes in to take the ball early on the volley, but she hits the volley, I think it's long and wide. And it is 30-40. So Andreescu does have a break point for the double break in the second set. Just a couple of unforced errors from Pliskova in this game. Big first serve again, but the return is good from Andreescu, and it's a great length. Pliskova can't get to the ball, and it's another break of serve from Bianca Andreescu. So we've got Bianca Andreescu, after dropping the first set, is now a double break up in the second, and will be serving at 3-love.
Coming to the rescue. Bianca Andreescu. Ooh, Bianca Andreescu.
So definitely momentum switch in the second set. We are double break up for Bianca Andreescu after Pliskova taking the first 6-4. A few unforced errors in that game from Pliskova to hand the double break back to Bianca Andreescu. So we do have some play starting to get underway in the other tournaments. We have at Halle, Medvedev versus Goffin. They'll be about to get underway very soon. Birmingham also getting underway at 11. So we've got Krunic and Kostea will be the first up there. Queen's not starting play until 12 o'clock. So this is the currently only active match. Up next on this court, we will have Coco Gauff, our French Open finalist. She'll be playing fellow American Ann Lee. But for now, we are here with Bianca Andreescu and Karolina Pliskova. It's a beautiful day in Berlin. Sun is shining, and it's a good match. It's, the first set really could have gone either way, but we are seeing a double break in the second set. So we'll see if Pliskova can claw her way back into it. And it's a nice slice from Pliskova, and Andreescu can't get the ball over the net. So it's the first point for Pliskova on the Andreescu serve. It is love 15. I think she caught Andreescu by surprise there with that little slice cross court. Yeah, a break right now would be very handy for Pliskova. It would get her back into this match. It is, a double break, but, 3-1 looks a lot better than 4-love. Oh, but it's a great play from Andreescu. She loves that as well. She's fist pumping. It is 15 all. So it was a big serve. It's a body serve. Pliskova manages to get the dig out, but Andreescu takes the ball early with the drive volley on the forehand. 15 all. The first serve, though, is long. Both still really going for these first serves. Hitting the ball very hard on both sides. Second serve is good, and Pliskova goes to the big forehand return, but it is into the net. And Andreescu again, fist pumping, is 30-15. So can Andreescu consolidate that second break of serve? Goes to the serve down the tee, but it's wide, so it'll be a second serve. It's a good second serve, but the return is also good from Pliskova with the backhand cross court, and then she digs out a forehand. It's a forehand down the line, though, from Andreescu. It's very good. Lovely length, and it is 40-15. So we do have a point for consolidation. MQR saying Jankovic is going to play Legends doubles with Radvanska and Wimbledon. They can finally win a major. I would also love to see that. It'd be great to see Radvanska back on court. I wish I could see Radvanska and Iga play together, but obviously Iga going to be a title contender at Wimbledon. But yeah, Jankovic, Radvanska, that's a good doubles pairing. I'd like to see that. So Andreescu does consolidate that break of serve. It is 4-0 in the second set. So Pliskova now serving to try and get herself on the board in the second set. Down love 4. It's just lost her momentum a bit after the end of that second set. Oh, and it's a beautiful return of serve from Andreescu. It's a backhand down the line, and it is love 15. Andreescu seems to be really feeling it at the moment. And it's a let on the first serve for Pliskova, so she will get another first serve. So if you haven't already, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you for joining me this morning. I know a lot of people will be in work or on their way to work, so glad that you can all join me for this match. I'll be covering a couple of matches for you today. Have the Kyrgios Tsitsipas one later, which is a very exciting one. But there's loads of great matches going on today across all 4 tournaments. So we're at 15 all on the serve of Karolina Pliskova. And it's a good first serve, and the return on the forehand is wide from Andreescu, so it is 30-15. Pliskova needs to try and get a game on the board here because, yeah, Andreescu is on fire right now. Neither could sort of get momentum and run with it in that first set. They get a little bit of it, but then hand the next game back. So Andreescu is on a bit of a roll in the second set. It's a good serve from Pliskova, but Andreescu gets the return out and then goes with the forehand cross court. It's a backhand dig out from Pliskova. Andreescu up at the net with the volley, though, and it is 30 all. Have we got a bagel on the cards in this second set? Yeah, Andreescu's bounced back beautifully in the second set. Yeah, after dropping that first set, after getting her serve broken at 5-4, she has indeed bounced back brilliantly. But it's a good first serve there from Pliskova, and the return is out from Andreescu, so it is 40-30. We have a point to avoid the bagel in this second set for Pliskova. Oh, and it's an ace from Pliskova. It's a lovely serve down the tee. It's 4-1 for Andreescu, but Pliskova does avoid the bagel. She gets a game on the board with a big ace. I think that deserves a Pliskova button. So we're now at the change of ends. Bianca Andreescu will serve at 4-1. So, dude saying, for me, it's the best non-Grand Slam tennis week of the year simply because it's on grass. Yeah, there's just something about the grass, isn't it? That it's just beautiful to watch. I wish the grass season was longer. I'd love to see maybe a Masters 1000 on the grass. So, yeah, Pliskova does avoid the bagel. Could still get a breadstick, but yeah, it's a very Pliskova scoreline. It would be. I mean, I think it was Kanepi, actually, yeah, you saying that Pliskova beat in that first round. She lost the first set on a tiebreak and then ended up double bageling to take the next 2. Such a Pliskova scoreline. So we know that Pliskova can be really streaky even within just, a single match. But she has at least avoided the bagel there and, took the first set 6-4. So even if she does drop this one, it'll become a straight set shootout. Up next on this court will be Coco Gauff, the French Open finalist, playing fellow American Ann Lee. Got a great day of tennis here in Berlin, as well as around Halle, Queens, and Birmingham. So Andreescu now will be serving at 4-1. It's a good first serve, but it's a big backhand return from Pliskova. Andreescu gets good length on that response, and we're now backhand to backhand cross court. It's good angle from Pliskova, and Bianca Andreescu hits the ball long. So it's love 15. So first point for Pliskova on the serve of Andreescu. It's a good serving day for both women. You can see on the scoreboard there's 7 aces for Pliskova, 2 for Andreescu, and just the 1 double fault for each. First serve, though, is out for Andreescu. She'll go second serve. It's a great backhand return from Pliskova. Andreescu gets it, and Pliskova comes into the net and is passed by Andreescu. So it is 15-all. Yeah, Pliskova didn't do enough with that forehand, and it was an easy pass in the end for Andreescu. She basically hit the ball right back to Andreescu after coming into the net. Should have gone back across court. So first serve here is long for Andreescu. So we'll have the second serve. Will she go for it? She does, but it's a good backhand return from Pliskova. We have a forehand cross court from Andreescu. Andreescu comes into the net with the volley. Pliskova is there, but Andreescu with the second volley put away. And she's got excellent net play from Andreescu in this match. She's looking really confident up at the net there, and it is 30-15. I love to see players coming into the net and not being afraid to take it on. Needed 2 volleys to put that ball away, but she does get it in the end. And it's a big first serve then from Andreescu. The return is out from Pliskova, and it is 40-15. So Andreescu seems to be closing in on this second set. First serve, though, is out for Andreescu. Yes, a good point there. Andreescu has a great net game and not talked about enough. It is true. Like, if you try to think who were the best players at the net on the WTA side, my mind wouldn't immediately go to Andreescu. But watching her in action, you do forget. She is great at the net. She's confident and she's not afraid to come in. So yeah, I think it's underrated her net play. Although she's frustrated with that miss there, it is 30-40. Pliskova trying to come back in this game. Yeah, Andreescu going for the drop, but she immediately, as soon as she hit it, knew that it wasn't good. Frustrated with herself. So we will have a first serve at 40-30. And it's into the net from Andreescu. It'll be a second serve. Here we go, second serve Andreescu. And it's good. We have a backhand cross-court return from Pliskova. It's a brilliant return. It's lovely angle and a lot of pace on it as well. And we are at deuce. So Pliskova trying to come back. Trying to claw one of these breaks back. Of course, Andreescu has the double break. That's a good first serve, though. A very good first serve. Backhand is into the net from Pliskova, and it is advantage to Andreescu. I would say Pliskova is at the net is pretty good too. Yeah, she is. Of course, with her height, she's got the great reach, and it's hard to lob her when she does come up to the net. But again, Pliskova is not one of those people who you immediately think who's good at the net, Pliskova. But when you watch the game, yeah, she is pretty strong up there. And I completely agree with you there, Sean. I wish the grass season was longer. I think it encourages more variety. Yeah, I would love to see a lot more tournaments on the grass. It's probably my favorite time of the year, favorite time of the tennis season. So it is the game for Andreescu. We are 5-1, so it is still a double break. And Pliskova will be serving here now to stay in the set and serving to avoid the bagel. So we've got Medvedev and Goffin just getting underway over in Halle. Medvedev taking the first game there. We've also got Krunic and Kostea getting underway in Birmingham. But this is the only singles match on in Berlin at the moment. We'll have Queens getting underway in about 45 minutes' time. Oh, but it's a good forehand from Karolina Pliskova, and Bianca Andreescu's backhand is into the net, and so it is 15-love. And I think, did Pliskova break a string there, maybe? She's going for a new racket. So 15-love, Karolina Pliskova, to avoid the breadstick. And it's a great first serve. Very good first serve, and it is 30-love. So, another great first serve from Pliskova. Where was this serving on her previous games where she was broken? Pliskova's serve is on. It's a beautiful thing to watch, and it is 40-love very quickly. And again, another great first serve. What a service game that was. And she does get another game on the board. She avoids the breadstick. So it is 5-2, and we will, after the sit down, have Andreescu serving for the second set. But for now, Pliskova stays in. So it does look like Andreescu is going to take the second set. Hopefully, well, she can serve it out here to force a third. And the crowd would love to see more tennis. We'd love to see more tennis. Oh, we've got a great day of tennis ahead of us today. There's so many good matches going on. But yeah, we have Coco Gauff next on court after these two. Followed by, she'll be playing Ann Lee, followed by Sasnovich versus Petkovic. Petkovic, who took out Garbiñe Muguruza yesterday in straight sets. And then finally, we would have Saville versus Sakari. We've also got Kasakina and Alexandrova over on the other court 1, which they'll be getting underway any second now. I think they're actually coming out onto court now. So if Andreescu does take this second set, who do we think is going to take the third? Any predictions? Great fact here. Pliskova has the best ace count on the women's tour for 3 straight seasons between 2016 and 2018. That's pretty impressive for 3 straight seasons. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me with that serve that she has. When she's on, that serve is pretty much unreturnable. So Andreescu now serving for this second set at 5-2. Good first serve. Backhand return from Pliskova goes long. 15-love. Just 3 points to go now for the second set. Oh, and Andreescu drops the ball there, so she'll wait for another. So we have the first. Oh, it's a good first serve, but Pliskova goes for a big return, but it is long, and it is 30-love. This match still only an hour and 10 minutes for almost 2 sets, so it's quite pacey. First serve is good from Andreescu, but it's a good return from Pliskova with the backhand, and then it's a Oh, it's a wild backhand from Andreescu. Goes well long, 30-15. I don't know why this comparison makes a lot of sense to me, but it does. Pliskova reminds me a bit of Cilic sometimes, and I don't know why. She is a little bit like the Cilic of the women's tour. Obviously not always the most exciting players to watch for some. Obviously, like we said, we do enjoy watching Pliskova play, but yeah, the consistency and the good serves and, like you say, the ground strokes. I understand that comparison. I get it. But it is 40-15 for Andreescu now on her serve, so she will have 2 points for the set to even this up at 1 set apiece. And it's a good first serve from Andreescu, and she comes in for the volley, serve and volley there, but it's out, the volley. It's 40-30, so 1 set point saved from Karolina Pliskova. Can Andreescu take the set here? So 40-30, we do have still another set point, second set point. First serve is long. Andreescu thought about challenging it, but she's going to go for the second serve. Second set point here. It's a good second serve. It's a backhand return from Pliskova. Andreescu again coming into the net, and Pliskova can't get to the ball. So the second set is in the bag for Bianca Andreescu. 6-2.
Coming to the rescue. Ooh, Bianca Andreescu. Ooh, Bianca Andreescu.
So we are a set apiece. It will become a 1-set shootout. Karolina Pliskova taking the first 6-4, but Andreescu with that double break in the second set takes it 6-2. So Sean's saying here, quite funny how Barty just drops tennis in her prime. Like, yeah, been there, done that. What's the fuss about? Yeah, that was such a move from Ash Barty. Number 1 in the world. She was basically pretty much unbeatable, like Iga is now, and she's just like, yeah, I'm done. I've done enough now. I think, yeah, it's pretty bold from Ash Barty. Although personally, I love what that's done to Iga's game. I think Iga's stepped up and taken that world number 1 role in her stride, and yeah, I'm really impressed with how she's taken over that mantle. Yeah, Cilic seems to be back in form. Cilic is playing the tennis of his life right now. I mean, making his first Roland Garros semi-final, just, at the age of, I'm not sure how old he is now, at 36 maybe? No, I think he's a bit older than that. I'm not sure. Or maybe he's younger. I'll have to check that. But yeah, Cilic, I don't know where this form is coming from Cilic, but he's flying, and obviously he loves the grass as well. So he's one of the only seeds left remaining in Queens, actually. We lost a lot of the seeds yesterday. But yeah, he's having the time of his life. Of course, yeah, Cilic, though, he does have that Grand Slam to his name. He's got, more results than Pliskova. But yeah, I do see the comparison there. That's true. Barty left on the highest of highs. If you think about it, it's a great way to end, End on your own terms, as the best in the world. And yeah, I think that's pretty ballsy. So we have got Karolina Pliskova serving to get this third and final set underway, and she seals the first point with an ace. It's a great serve from Pliskova. There's me doing Cilic at a service, thinking he was 36, 33 or 34. My bad. He just feels like he's been around forever, So we have got Pliskova serving 15 love, and Bianca Andreescu is frustrated with herself there for hitting that forehand long. It is 30 love for Karolina Pliskova. First serve, it's a let, so we'll get another first serve. Yeah, it is interesting that he's peaking this late. I mean, there was a funny interview where Cilic saying that his doctor had told him he had the body of a 25-year-old, and I think he's just kind of been taking that in his stride. And yeah, he's I think I must say he could be dangerous at Wimbledon. I mean, he loves the grass, and yeah, it is unusual that he's peaking at this age. Obviously, of course, he has won a Grand Slam previously, but yeah, I would argue that he is playing the best tennis that he has ever played. And we have a forehand long there from Andreescu, so it is 40-15. Pliskova to try to get this first game on the board in this second set. And she does. Great first serve, and it is 1-0. That serve was just too good from Pliskova. So Pliskova starts this third set much better than she did that second. She gets it 1-0, seals that first game with an ace. Yeah, we have Barty winning a home slam, first Australian player to win the Oz Open in 44 years and world number one. And of course, yeah, her saying that her biggest goal really was to win Wimbledon. I think after winning Wimbledon, I think she would have been thinking about retiring. And then as soon as she got that Oz Open, I think it was pretty much a done deal in her mind then. So we have Andreescu serving. It's a good first serve, and the forehand return from Pliskova is into the net. So it is 15-0 for Bianca Andreescu. So we have Andreescu serving at 15-0. First serve is into the net. We'll have a second serve. Yeah, make a good point. In the big three era, it's more or less expected. Yeah, the big three are just kind of... There's so many players that, would have had much more successful careers in terms of, titles and slams if, the big three hadn't have been the big three. Cilic obviously being one of them. And yeah, so in the era of the big three, I think now because, with Federer not really playing and Djokovic, saying that, Nadal has come back and just won the first 2 slams of the year. But yeah, I think definitely has a big part to play in it. The big three is... But yeah, Cilic should be interesting to see how he does at Wimbledon. But this is a good game for Andreescu. It's 40-0. It's a lovely forehand cross court. Good angle on that. Can she get a game to love? First serve is into the net, though. Second serve is good, but it's a lovely backhand return from Pliskova. But there's a great length there from Andreescu. And Pliskova's ball goes long, and so we do have a game to love. So we're a game apiece in this third and deciding set. Pliskova took the first 6-4, Andreescu the second 6-2. Yeah, you make a point. Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic did not give much space for other players to shine. Yeah, for all the amazing things that they did for each other, the big three. I think without the big three, all three of them wouldn't have done what they've done. I think they've pushed each other and made each other the best players they possibly can. But then that the players outside of that have not really had much of a chance. Completely agree. Hi, Alex. Nice to see you all. Thanks to everybody for joining, and hi to anybody who is just joining us. Don't forget to whack the like button and to hit subscribe as well. Helps people to find the podcast. So this is the first match of the day. First match here in Berlin. Pliskova Andreescu. Fourth seed is Karolina Pliskova. We also have Kasatkina and Alexandrova getting underway any moment now over on court 1. watching, say, Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic, like the geniuses at the back of the class yawning at how easy everything is. I think that's the amazing thing about the big three is they make the game look easy. You know, obviously this sport is so difficult, and when you watch, the players and just below them, they're incredible players, but these three just make the game look easy, and that's their their superpower, really, is making the difficult look easy. So do I play? Yeah, I do play. So I started off actually as a squash player. I was a junior squash player. I played for Wales, and then made the transition to tennis. So I just play casually now, but yes, I do. So we have 30 all on the Pliskova serve, so maybe a little half chance here for Andreescu, and that backhand down the line goes wide for Pliskova, so we do have a break point for Andreescu. So Andreescu, who broke early in that second set, will be looking to break again here. Oh, but it's a huge first serve from Pliskova, but Andreescu gets it back in play, and then we have a forehand cross-court from Pliskova, backhand down the line. Backhand to backhand, forehand cross-court from Pliskova. We're just down the middle of the court, and then Andreescu with the ball goes long, and there's a roar from Pliskova. And it is back at due, so Pliskova saves the break point. So saying Medvedev took his first break and is looking to consolidate. Yeah, so Medvedev is now up 4-1 on David Goffin over in Halle. So it's a good first serve from Pliskova. The return is back in play, though, and then the ball is into the net from Pliskova, and Andreescu again gets another break point on the serve of Karolina Pliskova. Oh, thank you very much for your support. You're always really much appreciated. And I love having these conversations. It's great to have people to talk tennis to. So it's a break point here for Andreescu. It's a good first serve. The return is in play, and it's now a forehand cross-court from Pliskova. The ball, it looked to be long from Andreescu, but it's called in, and then she goes to the drop shot. Pliskova is there, and Andreescu gets the volley. Pliskova gets a racket to it, but it hits the net, and it is a break point for Bianca Andreescu. A break of serve for Andreescu. So Bianca Andreescu 2-1 in front with the first break of serve in this third and deciding set.
Coming to the rescue. Ooh, Bianca Andreescu. Ooh, Bianca Andreescu.
So Andreescu with the break in this deciding set. So it looks to be advantage Canada. Yeah, so good point here. The big three set very high standards, making other players want to match them or come close to them. Yeah, and unfortunately with how incredible the big three are, it's very, very difficult for anybody else to come close to them. Obviously with Medvedev taking the US Open last year, he's making his way. I mean, well, he is number one in the world now. So yeah, he's getting there. But the big three, yeah, they're just we're so lucky to be, in this era of tennis, I think. Yeah, so I loved squash as a kid, and then obviously, when I got to high school, and I started playing tennis at the school because we didn't have squash courts there. And yeah, obviously, squash doesn't get the coverage that tennis does, so I kind of made the transition there. But yeah, I'm all for tennis now. I love it. I've been watching since I was a child, and I'm really, really grateful that I've got this chance here now to talk tennis with you, with everybody, every week. It's great. So we have Andreescu serving up a break, 2-1. And it's a lovely forehand length there from Andreescu. It is 15-love. So the Medvedev-Goffin match, I believe all the matches right now are streamed on Prime Video. If you do have that, we have Halle, Queens here in Berlin and Birmingham are all available on Prime Video, as well as I know that Queens and Birmingham are available on the BBC here in the UK as well. We have support for Bianca here. We did have a prediction for Bianca in 3, so could be coming true there. 15 love here. Bianca Andreescu up the break, and it's a backhand into the net from Pliskova, so it's 30 love. Vamos, Bibi. Has some support for Bianca here. It's nice to see her doing well, injury-free, fingers crossed. Although I do still think I'd like to see Pliskova pull this back. The first serve is out there from Andreescu, so she'll get a second serve, but she's up 30 love. Looking to consolidate that break of serve. Good second serve. Oh, and the return is very pacey from Pliskova, but it's just wide, so it is 40 love. So we have a point for a game to love and a possible consolidation of that break. Andreescu here serving 40 love. And it's a great first serve. The return is back in play from Pliskova, but it's then into the net from Pliskova, and so it is 2 service holds to love for Bianca Andreescu. And of course, it is a consolidation of that break of serve now at 3-1. So we've got Pliskova serving down a break, but still possibly able to pull this back in the third set. It is just the one break. Serving at 1-3. It's a good first serve. It's a backhand return from Andreescu is good, though. It's a looping forehand from Pliskova, and then she goes for the cross court, and it is wide, so it is love 15. So this being the third meeting between these two players, they've split the head-to-head. Oh, it's a great first serve from Pliskova, though. It's an ace, and it is 15 all. Oh, I thought that was an ace there from Pliskova, but it was just called out, so it will be a second serve. It's a good second serve, but it's a lovely return from Andreescu, and then she goes to the backhand down the middle of the court. Backhand down the middle of the court again from Pliskova. We have a down the line from Andreescu. It's good, and then she goes to the cross-court backhand, but it is wide, so it is 30-15. So we have Andreescu up a break in this third set. Pliskova taking the first 6-4, Andreescu the second 6-2. But it's 30-15. And the first serve is long from Pliskova. It will be a second serve. And it's a good second serve. A backhand return from Andreescu. Forehand cross court from Pliskova. Backhand dig from Andreescu there. And then she goes down the line. It's a... Oh, was that in? It's a forehand down the line from Pliskova. It was just kissed the line. It must have been the outside edge of the line there. Yeah, it was indeed. That's a great shot. Wrong-footed Andreescu completely. And it is 40-15. And it's a good first serve there. She goes for the forehand down the line, and Andreescu tries to get the backhand, but it is long and wide. And so it is a game for Karolina Pliskova. So she does get a game on the board. Another game on the board. It is 3-2. Still the break for Andreescu. But Pliskova gets a good game there. 3-2. Yeah, so Pliskova keep it close in the decider. Yeah, Andreescu, if she got another break there, could have run away with this final set. But Pliskova keeps it close. It is just 3-2. So we're getting to the end sort of this match now. So I'm thinking, if you've got any predictions, let me know which way do you think this final set is going to go. So far, Andreescu, with those 2 breaks in the second set, was able to run away with that set in the end. So she is up a break here. Let's see if she can keep it and take the third set for a place in the quarterfinals. This is a round of 16 match. Up next on this court, we will have Anneli and Coco Gauff. We've also got Alexandrova and Kasatkina getting underway on court 1. We have Birmingham as well. We have Krunic and Kirstea playing over there. Kirstea up 5-1. And we have Medvedev Goffin playing over in Halle. Medvedev up 5-3 there. So Andreescu here will be serving up a break at 3-2. So we have the first serve from Andreescu. It's a good serve down the tee, and it's a looping ball up from Pliskova. But Andreescu with the put away, and it is 15-love. So prediction here, I think Andreescu will win the decider, but something like 7-5. Yeah, if Pliskova can just keep it close, it could end up going 7-5, maybe to a tie break. But Bill saying BB's mental toughness will help her win this one. Yeah, she's one of those players who's got a great mental toughness. Andreescu, she can dig herself out of a lot of holes, and so actually we've just got a stat here that Andreescu has won 100% of her points on serve in this third set. Hasn't dropped a point on serve. And again, it's a huge forehand from Andreescu at a 30-love. Who do you think can win the tournament here in Berlin? I think the winner of this match, whoever comes through this match, will definitely have a great shot at it. Also on Jabeur, where she won her match yesterday against Mukova, on Jabeur being the top seed. I'd like to say Sakkari, but she's in the big matches. She hasn't really shown up. And also Gauff, I think Gauff has got a good chance as well. But I do think that whoever wins this match could have a great chance of getting far in the tournament. And it is another game to love for Bianca Andreescu. So Andreescu has yet to drop a point on serve in this third set. It's 4-2 with Pliskova serving. Yes, we have Medvedev over in Halle serving for the first set. So it's a good first serve from Pliskova, and she comes into the net for the overhead then, and it is a good put away. It is 15-love. So she's still fighting for this, Pliskova. She's playing at quite a good, quick pace as well, not taking much time between serves. Oh, but it's a good return of serve there from Andreescu, and the ball is into the net from Pliskova, so it's 15-all. Alex asking me, who do you think will win Queens now that top seed Ruud is out? Yeah, Ruud obviously going out to to Ryan Peniston yesterday. It's hard to look past Berrettini, I think. Winner in Stuttgart. Beat Andy Murray there in the final. Berrettini obviously great on the grass. I think he's probably would have to be the favourite. And then also, of course, Cilic, who is in incredible form. I would probably say those two would be the top two favourites, I think, to take that title over in Queens there. Missing a break now, and it's all but over. Looks for BB to be aggressive now. Yeah, if she can just, the way she's been serving in this set, it does look like it'll be over. She's not dropped a point on serve, so if she can just keep that up, then yeah, this match is in the bag for Andreescu. Exactly 3 clean service games for her. very impressive on serve in this third set. And it is 30 all on the Pliskova serve. So if Pliskova does give the break up here, then you feel this match is all but over. Half a chance now for Andreescu to serve for the match. But it's a good second serve for Pliskova, and then she goes with the backhand. And but the forehand there from Pliskova is into the net, and it is actually a break point for Bianca Andreescu. So 1 point here for Andreescu to serve for the match. 30-40. The crowd getting behind Pliskova here. But you feel this will be done and dusted if Andreescu gets a break here. Oh, it's a good first serve from Pliskova, though. Down the tee. Andreescu can barely get a racket to it, and she saves the break point. It is back at, it is at deuce. And Medvedev has just taken the first set over in Halle against David Goffin. So first serve here is out for Pliskova, so we will get a second serve. And it's a good second serve, but the return is in play from Andreescu, and then she then goes to the backhand down the line. It's a forehand dig out from Pliskova, but Andreescu comes into the net with the big volley put away. Pliskova gets the racket to it, but it goes wide, and it is advantage to Andreescu, and she has another break point to look at here on the serve of Pliskova. And this third set, Bianca Andreescu's really stepped up her game. It's a good first serve from Pliskova, though, and the return is long from Andreescu. So it's another break point saved. Back to deuce. Pliskova's serving her way out of trouble here. We also have Castella has taken the first set over in Birmingham against Krunic. So it's a good first serve. The return is in play from Andreescu, but the backhand there goes long from the Canadian. So it is advantage to Pliskova. So a point here to try and keep herself in this third and deciding set. And she goes to the serve down the tee, but it's wide. It'll be a second serve. See if Andreescu can take that opportunity. Although she has been going for a second serve, Pliskova. Oh, it's a good return of serve. Oh, but the forehand from Pliskova is very good. It's a good 1-2 punch from her there. The ball just hit the back of the line. Oh, it's Hawkeye showing it was just on the back edge of that line there from Pliskova. So she does save 2 break points, and she gets another game on the board. So instead of it being 5-2, it is 3-4. So Andreescu's still up a break in this third set, and with the way she's been serving, it's hard to see her losing it. She hasn't yet lost a point on serve in this third set. It's quite a fast match, this. 1 hour 38 for, more than 2.5 sets now. Sean's saying Andreescu looks more built than a lot of the women on tour. Yeah, she's got that power, hasn't she? Like that raw power, Andreescu. Pliskova, of course, as well, got that huge power, being so tall as well. It's a different kind of power, I think. But yeah, we will have Andreescu now serving at 4-3. Next matchup, we have Coco Gauff, French Open finalist. We'll have Queens getting underway as well at 12 o'clock, so they'll be in about 10-15 minutes or so. Alex de Minaur and Alejandro Davidovich Fokina will be up first there. We've got Medvedev with the first set against David Goffin over in Halle. And we have Alexandrova up a break on Daria Kasatkina over on court 1 here in Berlin. So Andreescu now will be serving at 4-3. See if she can get yet another game to love. Pliskova needs to try to get into this service game. So Andreescu here with the new balls serving at 4-3 up a break. First serve is long. Second serve. Don't forget to hit the like button if you are enjoying the stream, and to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, everybody, for watching this morning. Going to be covering a couple of matches for you today. And we have it's a forehand down the line from Andreescu, and the shot in response from Pliskova goes long, and she's a bit frustrated with that. She kind of looks down, thinking, how did I miss it? And it is 15-love. Andreescu still yet to drop a point on serve in this third set. First serve is into the net, though. It will be a second serve to look at. And she just aborted the ball toss there. So it's a good serve, though, and the return is into the net from Pliskova, so 30-love. So, Alex, I'll be covering Kyrgios and Tsitsipas later. And if it doesn't clash, I'm also going to do Sakkari versus Saville as well, if the Kyrgios Tsitsipas one is finished in time for that. Oh, it's a good first serve from Andreescu, and the return is out from Pliskova. So it's 40-love, yet still to drop a point on serve in this third set. We have a point for a game to love for Andreescu. Yet another one, and they'll put a game away from this match. Good first serve, and return is into the net. Still not to drop a point on serve in this set. It is 5-3, and it is a consolidation for Bianca Andreescu. So Pliskova here serving to stay in the match, but the return of serve is long from Andreescu, so it is 15-love. Pliskova needs to get a strong service game in here, so she can maybe take a bit of momentum through with her into Andreescu's next service game. And it's an ace for Pliskova. It's a great serve down the tee. 30-love. She'll want a fast service game here. She's playing very quickly between points as well. And it's another great first serve, and it's a shank from Andreescu on the return, but that's understandable, really, because it was an excellent serve, and it's 40-love to Pliskova. Oh, it looked like another ace from Pliskova, but it's just called out, so it will be a second serve. Oh, that second serve looked to be long, but it's a very good second serve in the end. And it's a game to love for Karolina Pliskova this time. Alex saying remains to be seen if Kyrgios can keep his cool in that match. Yeah, obviously Kyrgios with his match against Andy Murray ended up with a game penalty in the end. You know, it's I'm starting to get kind of sick of Kyrgios, and you know, I think he needs to grow up a little bit. You know, when he's on, he's great. He could be a great tennis player if he just gets his mentality and his attitude right. But I think, yeah, it's going to be a very exciting match if he plays his best. And Tsitsipas grass is not his favorite surface. So, if Kyrgios is playing well and keeps his cool, then yeah, he's got a great chance. And hopefully it'll be a good match. I'm quite excited for this one, yeah. Yeah, Bill saying you don't usually see 20 points in a row on serve in the WTA. That's very true. Yeah, and it's very impressive from Andreescu here. I mean, 5 games, well, I believe 4 of those service games, and yeah, not dropped a single point. It is strange to see on the WTA tour. But both women have been serving well. But we do have Andreescu now serving for the match. She is up 5-4. Just a game away. And it's a good first serve. The return is long from Pliskova. 15-love. 3 points away. So this would be very impressive if she can win all her service points in this set. And of course, she would take the match. It is 15-love. First serve is into the net, though, so second serve. It's a good second serve. The backhand return from Pliskova is good. Oh, and Andreescu loses the first point on serve in this set with the forehand into the net there. So it's 17 points in a row on serve that Andreescu's had here. But Pliskova stops that, and it is 15 all. It's a good first serve. The return forehand is in, though, and it's a backhand cross court. Andreescu coming into the net with the volley. And with a scream there, she's happy with that one. Pliskova doesn't even run for it. And it is 30-15, just 2 points away now. Morning, MJ. Oh, it's you're in New York. Yeah, it must be very early for you guys. Yeah, it's just coming on noon here in the UK. An hour ahead in Berlin, where we are right now. We have Andreescu serving at 5-4, 30-15. It's been a good match, this one. Both players playing quite well. And it's a good second serve from Andreescu. The backhand return from Pliskova is good, and then she goes down the line. Andreescu with the forehand into the net. It's 30 all. And suddenly, maybe the pressure getting to Andreescu, maybe feeling a little bit tight, not sure, but Pliskova is trying to make her way into this service game of Andreescu, which she hasn't done at all in this third set. The first 2 points that she's won on this Andreescu serve in the third set. Andreescu with a good first serve. The forehand return is good from Pliskova, and it's into the net from Andreescu, and all of a sudden, from nowhere, Karolina Pliskova has a break point. Andreescu serving for the match, but Pliskova has got her at 30-40. Alex, have I been to Wimbledon? I have, yes. Just the once. A few years ago, I did get to go to Wimbledon for the men's semi-finals. I believe I saw. Yeah, I've been to 3 of the 4 slams. I did Roland Garros the first time this year, and quite a few years ago now, I got some outside court tickets to the US Open. So I've still haven't done the Australian Open. Oh, and it's a double fault for Andreescu after not dropping a single point on serve in this third set. Andreescu was double faulted to give the break back to Karolina Pliskova while serving for the match. That just came out of nowhere. So we are at 5 games all. And it is all of a sudden Karolina Pliskova with a bit of momentum. But Andreescu there taking the first point on the serve of Karolina Pliskova. It is love 15. Yeah, Wimbledon tickets, honestly, I think they are pretty expensive. I was lucky in that one of my good friends works as a grounds person at Wimbledon, so managed to get me in. But I think they are quite expensive. I was looking at them this year. Oh, very, very jealous, Alex. 30 minutes drive from Australian Open. That's my one slam that I'm missing. I'd love to go. Love to. So, it's a nice volley there from Andreescu. There's love 30. So Andreescu's trying to get that break back. I think the US Open looks the most fun, Mad Americans. Yeah, it is. It's the kind of the atmosphere at the different slams are slightly different. US Open, I think it's a bit more, I don't know what the word is, rowdy, I think. Again, when I went to Wimbledon, it was just it was the semi-finals, so it was a lot quieter around the grounds because we were watching from Hammond Hill. Whereas Roland Garros, I was there for one of the first rounds, so it was really busy and buzzing, and it's. I think the Australian Open, I'd love to see what that is like. It looks like a really fun slam over there as well. Oh, and Pliskova comes into the net with the volley and the volley is into the net from Pliskova. She's down on her knees to hit that practically. And it is 15-40. So after giving that break, that service game away, Andreescu has built herself 2 break points here. Wow, that's impressive. For 19 years, that's brilliant. Yeah, I've loved the US Open. I was working in New York for a summer and I managed to go there, and I loved it. But unfortunately, Wimbledon tickets are a bit harder to come by and a lot more expensive. So it's kind of, I've only been there the once. But also for me, I've really enjoyed the experience of going there, but I also like to watch about 4 matches on a screen at the same time, which is because I feel like I need to watch all the matches at the same time. And so it was hard for me at Roland Garros this year, watching I had Philippe Chatrier tickets, and then, with so many matches going on around the grounds, I was like, we don't know where to look. So we have got Pliskova here saving those 2 break points, and we are at deuce. It's a good first serve. We have a backhand cross court from Andreescu. Is long, and Pliskova now has an advantage to get ahead in this third set. Excuse me. After Andreescu serving for it and not dropping any points on serve, Karolina Pliskova now has a point for 6-5. And it's a good first serve. Oh, it just clips the net from Andreescu on the return, and Pliskova's forehand goes long, so we're back at deuce. Sean's saying apparently that's why Bjorn Borg didn't win the US Open. Very rowdy playing McEnroe on corners. Yeah, I can imagine. I think the crowd has probably one of the biggest impacts of the US Open, I would think, especially, with those home players. So this third set is on a bit of a knife edge here, and it's a good first serve there from Pliskova. It's an ace, well, as good as an ace down the tee, because Andreescu just about gets a racket on it, but it is advantage to Pliskova. Again, a point for 6-5. Didn't see this coming after Bianca Andreescu's serving performance in this third set. First serve is into the net, though, from Pliskova. It will be a second serve. It's a good serve. It's a good backhand return from Andreescu, though, and she then goes to the forehand cross court, and Pliskova gets the dig out, but it is wide, and we are back at deuce once again. This game, she can't close it out. You feel this game is critical in this third set. We are at deuce once again. Pliskova serving at 5-all. 1 set apiece. And it's a let on the first serve. So Pliskova with the first serve here, can she get another ace? She's managed to serve her way out of trouble a lot in this match. Oh, it's an ace down the tee from Pliskova. Beautiful serve. And it is an advantage to Karolina Pliskova. So just looking at scores over in Halle, Daniil Medvedev is now a set and a double break on David Goffin. Oh, it's another great first serve from Pliskova. The return is in play from Andreescu. We now have the backhand cross court from Pliskova is good. And a fist pump from Pliskova. A rare show of emotion there from her. And she does take the game. And it is 6-5. Pliskova is now a game away from the set from the match after Andreescu served for it. Pliskova broke back and is now 6-5 up. So we're at the business end now. Which way is this one going to go? Yeah, Bill saying cover down the tee, BB. Yeah, Pliskova's serves down the tee have been getting her out of a lot of trouble in this match. And go Andreescu. Yeah, it's hard to see which way this one's going to go. I did not see Andreescu dropping a serve when she served for that second set. There's a few unforced errors, a double fault on break point. So Pliskova now looks like she can take this. If she can break the Andreescu serve here, then that's done and dusted. So I look elsewhere, we have in Birmingham, Kostya is up a set and a break on Krunic. We also have Alexandrova and Kasatkina back on serve in their first set here in Berlin on the other court. They are just getting underway over in Queens with Diminor and Davidovich Fokina, and Medvedev up a set and 4-1 on Goffin. Up next, we have Coco Gauff on this court versus fellow American Ann Lee. But for now, we've got a big turnaround here from Karolina Pliskova, was facing, well, Andreescu serving for the match, and Pliskova is now ahead 6-5, so if she can break here, that is the match. It's good first serve from Andreescu, though. The return is in play from Pliskova with a backhand slice. Andreescu with the backhand down the line. Pliskova tries to get the forehand across, but Andreescu comes to the net with the volley. Pliskova is there. There's another volley from Andreescu, though. It's a great net play again from the Canadian there. I don't know how she really won that point. Pliskova should have won that point, really. But she didn't do enough with the approach shots at the net, and Andreescu eventually gets the last volley in, and it is 15-love. A little fist pump there from Andreescu. So we are 15-love. Andreescu serving to stay in this match. Good first serve, but it's a good return from Pliskova. We now have the forehand cross-court from Pliskova, forehand cross-court from Andreescu, and a beautiful forehand down the line from Karolina Pliskova. And it's 15-all. That was great length there. Yeah, we just get a replay there. It's beautiful. Lovely length. So Andreescu, 15-all now. And the first serve is out. It'll be a second serve. Karolina Pliskova looks like she really wants to get this here. It's a good second serve. The return is in play, and it's a forehand down the line from Andreescu. It was great length, and she comes into the net for the volley. And it's too good. It's 30-15. Maybe a tiebreak to settle this match would be ideal. Yeah, you do feel that, that would be the fairest way, really, the way this match has gone. It does look like it's going to be going to a tiebreak. There's 24 forehand winners now for Andreescu in this match. First serve is out, though, so she'll get a second serve. I was asking who are my favourite players in men's and women's. Men's, I'm going to have to be, well, not boring, but, say Rafa and Roger. I love those two. Obviously, a huge Andy Murray fan as well, being a Brit. And then in terms of the younger players, I'm a big fan of Yannick Sinner. Also, Carlos Alcaraz. I'm a huge fan of his. Rublev, Medvedev. Too many players to be naming it, but I think they would be my favorites. Oh, Berrettini as well, big Berrettini fan. In terms of the women, again, I like my Spanish players like Nadal and Alcaraz, so I like Muguruza, Badosa. I'm a huge fan of Iga, big Iga fan. I do like Sakari as well, and of course, Ons Jabeur is great. But yeah, there's so many players that I find myself rooting for. But here we have Andreescu has managed to take this into a tiebreak, and it is fitting, really. It's a deciding set tiebreak. This could go anyway. Sure, I'm a fan of the top 10. I suppose when you put it that way, yeah. But again, there's so many players that I love, and I suppose the top 10 are the ones that come to my mind because they're the ones that we see all the time. But I do love an underdog. I do love to root for an underdog as well. So I know that's a bit counterintuitive, but we have a prediction here: 8-6 in the tiebreak for Bianca. So Pliskova will get us underway in this tiebreak. Oh, Andreescu has come to the net. Pliskova with the lob. Is Andreescu going to put it away? Oh, but Yeah, she does. Pliskova does get a racket on it, but is out. And first mini break of this tiebreak goes to Bianca Andreescu. It is 1-0. Bit of a change up there from Andreescu. Don't think Pliskova saw that coming. Oh, Emma Raducanu as well, of course. Being a Brit, I'm a fan of hers. Good point. Alex Murray's not top 10. Yeah, Murray pulled out of Queens with that abdominal injury, so hopefully he'll be fully fit for Wimbledon. Oh, it's a good first serve from Andreescu. It's 2-0. She's aggressive early in this tiebreak, Andreescu. So Andreescu with the first mini break in this tiebreak, deciding set tiebreak. It's a let on the first serve. This could still go any way, you feel. It's a good second. Oh, so it was a first serve because of the let, but it's a backhand cross court from Pliskova, and Andreescu tries to do the slice, the short slice, but it is into the net. So Karolina Pliskova gets the mini break back, and it is 2-1. So we've exchanged mini breaks here. Karolina Pliskova serving. Oh, it's an ace from Pliskova. That was a huge first serve down the tee. Again, that serve down the tee, getting her out of trouble, and there's 2-2. So can Pliskova serve away out of trouble again this time? It's a good first serve again. And Andreescu's ball is into the net. It is 3-2. Pliskova now with the slight edge in this tiebreak. Yeah, classic Pliskova. So we've traded mini breaks and we're now back on serve. Andreescu serving at 2-3. And it's a let. So we'll get another first serve. This really still could go anyway. Just over the 2-hour mark now for this match. Return of serve is good from Pliskova. We have the forehand going through the middle of the court. Backhand from Pliskova, backhand from Andreescu. Oh, that looked to be long from Pliskova, but it's been called in. And it's a forehand cross-court from Andreescu. Pliskova gets the dig out. Andreescu comes to the net with the backhand put away. Too good. And it's 3-3. Yeah, it's a great cross-court from Andreescu there. Takes advantage of the short ball from Pliskova. And a fist pump there from Andreescu. It's a shame that this match is such an early match, around a 16 match, and because this could easily be a semi-final, final. Again, like I said before, I think the winner of this match could go quite far in this tournament. And as I say that now, they'll probably lose in the next round, but my predictions aren't always the best. Although I did quite well at the Roland Garros this year. I was quite impressed. But I'm usually terrible. So we are 3-3, 2 sets all, deciding set tiebreak. This couldn't be any closer. It's into the net from Andreescu. It was a good serve. The backhand return from Pliskova was okay, but it's a bit of an unforced error there from Bianca Andreescu, and Pliskova now with the mini break. Oh, prediction 7 for BB, so she's going to have to take the next, 4 points? Pliskova serving now with the mini break, 4-3. She's got the advantage. Her big serve down the tee has got her so many free points in this match. Oh, Is that it? No, it's in. So it's a backhand down the line from Andreescu. Cross court, backhand cross court from Andreescu is into the net, and Pliskova, it's 5-3. 2 points away now, Pliskova, and one of those will be on her own serve. Crowd getting into this now. 5 points to 3. Pliskova just 2 points away, got the mini break, and she will serve now. Will she go for another big one down the tee? Oh, she goes for the out wide, and it's just wide, so it will be a second serve to look at for Andreescu. Can she maybe try and capitalize on this to get the mini break back? So the second serve is good. It's a back and return from Andreescu, and it's into the net from Pliskova. So Pliskova hands the mini break back to Andreescu, and it's 5-4. This tiebreak, it's really hard to call this one. So Andreescu's now serving at 4-5. Still 2 points away, Pliskova. That +1 shot and the previous just let her down there. And it's a let on the first serve. Andreescu tried going down the tee. So another first serve for Andreescu here. And it's another let. Oh, the tension in this match. It's really hard to tell which way this is going to go. 2 hours, just over 2 hours on the clock. And it's a third let in a row on serve for Andreescu. She get another chance at a first serve here. Oh, it's a great serve down the tee. She serves up Pliskova a bit of a medicine there, and a fist pump from Andreescu. It's 5-all. Yeah, so there were 3 lets in a row on that. Eventually, she got a great serve down the tee. So it's 5-all. Andreescu serving. So it's going to be a match point, whoever wins this next point. First serve is into the net, so second serve to look at for Pliskova. Yeah, I agree, Sean. What a match. This is everything we hoped it would be with this matchup. It's a good second serve. The backhand return, it was just on the line from Pliskova, and it's a backhand cross-court into the net from Andreescu. And it is 6-5, the mini break to Pliskova, and it is the first match point.
Match point.
So, on her own serve, after Andreescu served for this match, Pliskova now has a match point at 6-5 in this final set tiebreak. And she goes for the serve down the tee, and she goes for a backhand that is out. Oh, she's missed the backhand. She went for it. She really went for that backhand, and it's gone long. So we are back at 6. Oh, yeah, what a mistake. She should be kicking herself for that one. So we change of ends again in this tiebreak. 6 points apiece. Pliskova will have a serve. So again, we'll have another match point. Whoever gets this next point will have a match point. It is on the serve of Pliskova. I shall be kicking herself for giving that point away. The crowd now clapping. There's just nothing to split these two. Pliskova with the first serve at 6 points apiece. It's a good first serve, and the return is long from Andreescu. And we do have another match point.
Match point.
So Pliskova with a match point, but it's on Andreescu serve. So 6-7 Andreescu serving. Match point number 2 for Karolina Pliskova. And it's an aborted ball toss there from Andreescu. Maybe a few nerves. And the first serve is into the net. So it's a second serve. It's a good chance here for Pliskova. She's bouncing up and down there at the back of the court. It's a good serve. It's a backhand cross-court return from Pliskova, backhand to backhand cross-court. Oh, it's almost out, but it's in from Pliskova. It's a forehand cross-court from Andreescu, forehand from Pliskova. We have forehand to forehand cross-court, and it's into the net from Pliskova. It's a fist pump from Andreescu, and we are 7 points apiece. There is no splitting these two. 2 sets all. Final set tiebreak, 7 points all. Pliskova has got her hands on her knees, doubled over. This match is exhausting for them both. This is 7 points apiece. Too much points have come and gone for Pliskova. Andreescu was served for this match, and still there's nothing to separate them. First serve from Andreescu is long. There'll be a second serve, so see if Pliskova can capitalize on this second serve. It's a backhand return from Pliskova. Forehand from Andreescu is into the net. And we do have another match point for Karolina Pliskova. It's match point number 3.
Match point.
Sean saying Megan get paid overtime. Yeah, maybe I should for this match. Oh, it's a great match though. I'm really enjoying this one. Pliskova now with a third match point on her own serve, 8 points to 7 in this tiebreak. And it's a great first serve. The return is in play from Andreescu. There's a forehand from Pliskova. It's a great forehand. It wasn't an ace, but it was as good as an ace. And Karolina Pliskova, wow, what a match. And it's a nice handshake between the two. But Pliskova takes the match in 3 sets on a deciding set tiebreak, 6-4, 2-6, 7-6. Andreescu served for the match in that third set, and then Pliskova took it to a tiebreak, had 3 match points, but Pliskova has come out on top. Yeah, great win for Pliskova there. That's huge. Hopefully this could turn around her season. It's looking good for Wimbledon maybe. But yeah, big win for Pliskova there over Andreescu in that final set tiebreak. Thanks everybody for joining me for this one. I will be covering a few more matches today. Join me for Kyrgios versus Tsitsipas a little bit later on. And hopefully another women's match as well. But this has been a brilliant match between these two. There was nothing to split them really. Final set tiebreak. So thank you everyone for watching. It's been great chatting with you as always. And I will see you again on the next stream.